the thing about this Newsmax, News Nation. The thing about this News Nation is they're spending an inordinate amount of time on UFOs, an inordinate amount of time on this David Grush case, and I'm increasingly more suspicious. I'm increasingly more skeptical. Like, the more I see, the more people confirming it, the more I'm like, something's not right. And then to see that this channel is the one that's covering it the most, I'm like, this seems like something's off.
Yeah. Senator Rubio, who's on the Senate Intelligence Committee and has all the clearances, gave an interview the other day where he went into quite a bit of detail. And
yeah, I saw it.
At least heavily hinting that there's.
He's heavily hinting that he talked to someone that says that there's something.
That there are real. Well, he's sort of hinting that there are real whistleblowers with real knowledge.
I want to talk to the guy that sees the ship. That's it.
Yes.
No one else.
Yes.
All this, I talked to a guy who says that they have these things.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
I want to see the fucking ship.
Yeah.
And until then, I just feel like I'm being hosed.
Yeah.
It just seems too laid out on a platter.
Yeah. So and of course one of the theories is it's an astroturf story. Like, is that an astroturf story? Is that a manufactured story that's being used to distract from?
Would it be to distract from, or would it be to cover up some sort of a secret program, some military drone program or something of the like?
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's been rumors for a long time that the original UFOs, right, where basically it was a disinformation program covering up for the skunk works, the development of like stealth fighters and bombers and all these programs in the 50s and 60s. But
interesting.
I don't know if that's ever been proven.
Well, I'm sure probably some experimental craft were mistaken for UFOs.
Yeah.
For
you
sure.
see a stealth fighter for the first time.
I saw one for the first time.
It's pretty crazy.
I saw one right around September 11. We were filming Fear Factor in California, and I was out near Edwards Air Force Base, and I got to see one fly overhead. It's magic. It's like, wow.
Yep.
Like complete Star Wars. Like, as it's flying, you're like, this is crazy.
Yep.
And if you didn't know that was a thing, 100% you would think that's from another world.
Yep, exactly.
And I can imagine that was developed what year? How long ago? How many decades ago?
40 or 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, look at that thing. Yeah. If you'd be like, they're coming. Oh, my God, they're coming. But if you can imagine that was 40 or 50 years ago, 40 or 50 years of advancement, like, who knows what they're doing now?
Yep, exactly.
And if I was going to cover it up, I would just start talking about aliens. You know, it's the best way to do it. Don't you think?
It's a crowd pleaser.
Do you have an opinion on that? Or is this something that you find ridiculous until there's, like, real data?
I like living in a world where there are unknowns. I like there being some mystery. So I like...
Like, how far do you go? Do you go Bigfoot?
I don't know. I just... I'm not even saying I need to have a point of view on them. It's more just... by the way, there is a UFO right behind you.
Yeah.
You probably know all about that.
I'm obsessed with UFOs.
Lifting somebody right up into the air.
Look, there's one on the desk. That's the model of the Bob Lazar craft that he worked on supposedly at Area 51.
There we go. Looks familiar. Look, I want there to be mystery, right? I want there to be unknowns. Like, living in a world where everything is settled, quote unquote settled. No. Let's have some mystery. I don't even know if I really want to know.
Really?
It's like I don't know.
Oh, I think if you know, that's just the tip of the iceberg of the mystery. I think knowing that aliens do exist is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, okay, did they engineer us?
Uh-huh.
You know, when did they start visiting?
Mm-hmm.
You know, are the stories from the Bhagavad Gita, is that about UFOs?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know?
Have they been here the whole time?
Yeah. Have they been here the whole time? Did they come every now and then and make sure we don't blow ourselves up? Like, what's the purpose?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in favor of
Come on, man. Right, you want to know?
Okay, all right, I'm in.
If anybody's going to know, you're going to know. So I'm going to call you.
So Elon says this. Elon says he hasn't seen anything.
Yeah, I'm super suspicious when he says that. Super
suspicious that they haven't told him, or that he's maybe playing a little hide the ball.
If I was him, I'd play hide the ball. Yeah. If I'm running SpaceX, I'm working with NASA, and I already got in trouble smoking weed on a Joe Rogan Experience. I would fucking play ball. Let's play ball. Aliens, I have no evidence.
No idea.
They sure are subtle.
Yep.
That's what he says. They sure are subtle. It depends on who you are. If you're one of those people that's seen those things, if you're like Commander David Fravor, or if you're Ryan Graves. You know the Ryan Graves story?
No.
fighter pilot, and they upgraded their equipment in 2014, and all of a sudden, because of the new capabilities of their equipment, they were able to see these objects at a far distance that were moving at insane rates of speed, that were hovering dead still at 120 knot winds,
Right.
and no visible means of propulsion. They don't know what the fuck they're doing,
Right.
and they were encountering them like every couple of weeks, and then there was some pilots were encountering them with eyewitness accounts. They say there's video footage of it, but of course nobody can get a hold of that. It's like the whole thing is very strange.
Okay.